What's going on, grasshoppers? Chana's back. Your friendly neighborhood turtle hermit. And yeah, hopefully I can do this in one take. But this is just a compilation of battles that you guys can look at while I talk. I've kind of been wanting to do this vid for a while, just to touch on some different things. And of course give the reason why my uploads have been a bit more sparse lately. I've been pretty busy in real life. A lot of end of the year stuff has come up, and it all has to do with money and financial situation and things like that. So I've just been busy trying to make sure I have everything taken care of, everything's in line for 2012, basically, both in my personal life and my work life as well. So, I guess when you're a grown man, you gotta take care of big boy things. So that's the main reason why I haven't posted a battle, and I really haven't had that much time to battle, at least on Wi-Fi, and even on PO it's been getting pretty tough. So, but anyway, I do want to apologize to you guys for not uploading an actual battle, and I know I've been getting a lot of support lately from different people. So, but anyway, I wanted to touch on a couple things on this vid. So it's kind of a blog slash whatever you want to call it, but I just want to, you guys know how I do, I want to give you guys something to watch while you listen to the sound of my voice. Whether you want to watch it or not is up to you. But I really wanted to give some shout outs out to some specific people, as well as some shout outs out to other people too, and to all my viewers, subscribers. These guys that I'm gonna shout out are guys that you should definitely check out. They've really helped me out on my year here on YouTube. Also, before I do that, big congrats on 400 subs. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Although people still say I'm under sub, which I kind of think is true, but that's fine. It was never about the subs anyway. But yeah, a couple guys I want to give a shout out to. First off, I want to give out a shout out to this guy, and this is basically how it got started. Back before Black and White even existed and all we had was 4th gen, I always wanted to start a channel where I could host Pokemon Wi-Fi battles with excellent narrations, because I thought narrations were the most important aspect of a battle. And I also wanted to do it legit as well, since I saw the community was understandably switching over to using Pokesav and Pokegen as opposed to breeding, and a lot of people have valid reasons why. And I always felt that by using those tools, which aren't part of the game, you weren't playing the game the way it was meant to be played, and essentially just taking an entire aspect out of the game, that being breeding and EV training. But I realized that I would be challenging myself when doing this, as in starting this channel, which was another reason why I've chosen to play legit up until this point. But the second most important aspect to me is the quality of the video itself. But I realized that webcam quality does pale in comparison to emulator quality. But when I found this guy, I was so amazed by his webcam quality, and ever since then I have tried to emulate that. He doesn't upload anymore, and his narrations aren't the greatest thing ever, but my quality still isn't quite where his is. And even though getting an ace card or an R4 crosses my mind almost daily these days, I still kind of want to strive to get to that point being his webcam quality still, just for the simple fact that I could say I did it. But yeah, that's how the whole webcam thing started, and I just wanted the best quality possible, all because of this guy in Inkpen 6. And you guys should check it out, if nothing else, for his amazing webcam quality. It's probably one of the best, if not the best, on YouTube as far as Pokemon battles go. Also, my second shout out is going to go out to I Am the Thai. Big thanks to JT, because he is always repping my channel and telling his subs to check my stuff out. A lot of great players who I watched over time have found me simply due to him telling them about me. And it's funny how it all started. It started with a comment I made on a vid almost a year ago that he noticed and agreed with. I think it was on a Pokemon battle that got uploaded. It might have been on Mosh Pit, I'm not sure. And I didn't even have 20 battles uploaded at that time. I think I had between 10 and 15. But he started watching my stuff, and the rest has been history. And JT's always supporting my vids. And he supports the vids of other battlers here on YouTube as well, because he's always posting a positive comment or just some constructive criticism. So he's definitely a positive addition to the Pokemon Wi-Fi community here on YouTube. I'm sure a lot of you guys that are sub to me know who he is, but for those that don't, or for anyone watching this vid, definitely go check out I Am the Thai. You will not be disappointed. But yeah, just wanted to give you a big shout out, JT, for just supporting me and repping my channel, man. I really appreciate it. The next shout out is gonna go to Faladran, and the reason why is because it's always great when a fellow Smogonite decides to get in on the action and upload battles to YouTube, especially if they're an official team raider. But what makes Faladran special is that he has a desire to not necessarily become the very best like no one ever was, which is what a lot of players strive to be, but it's actually to teach the community so players can get better at this game if they want to, which it's a presence that's sorely lacking in my opinion, particularly here on YouTube. Fal is another person who has supported me on multiple occasions. I've shown up twice on his website thus far for battles I've uploaded, which hopefully I won't forget. I will leave a link to his website below in the description. But I am very appreciative of the shout outs I do get, not just from him and JT, but from so many other people, whether they've been sub to me for a while or are just discovering me, even if it was something as simple as a comment they made. But I did want to give big thanks to Faladran and all the bronies from the Fal chat, which you guys can catch me at. I hang out there, but seem to hang out there all the time now, more often than any other chat or Zat. There's so many other names that I would give a shout out to in this vid, but instead I'm going to leave links to some of their respective channels below. These are both people large and small who I've enjoyed watching over the years. Well, yeah, because I've probably been watching vids for about 2 years now. So I've enjoyed watching them. A couple of them, if not all of them, have supported me in some form or fashion, whether it was a shout out or just a positive comment on a vid. But I'm gonna leave annotations as well in this video, and I'll leave those at the end. Definitely check these guys out, they're awesome. And that's pretty much it as far as the shout outs go. I just wanted to give a big thank you to all of you guys. You guys are awesome, you really are. But on to the next segment, which I consider the general meat of this vid. I call this What Makes the Community Great. And it's just a couple things I've noticed, particularly in the Pokemon community here on YouTube, that I wanted to touch on. There's been a few clashes here and there between the people that play this game for different reasons. To me, this is a good sign, because the way I'm seeing it now, the Pokemon YouTube community is big enough for all of us. And if it's not big enough for all of us, it soon will be. Whether you're super competitive and strive to be the very best, or you want to just play the game casually, using a still well-constructed team, but it might be based around your favorite Pokemon of all time. In either case, you have a venue where you can do that, and audiences will watch you as long as they know about you. And even if no one knows you, this is to the people that are either just getting started or just have been horrendously undersubbed. You should still upload because of your love for the game. The only time you should stop is when your love for the game stops, and I include myself in that as well. You can play this game how you want to, and that's actually what makes it so great. No one said you had to follow the rules set in place by whoever. But I will tell you this, usually the rules that are set in place for good reason, and a lot of times it's for the best. And the biggest example I can give is the tiers set up by Smogan. The community's growing, and it's largely in part due to DMAC's efforts. And even though there's concerns about the direction of where the community is going, and this is just my opinion, we should be grateful that we even have a venue such as Pokemosh Pit, which many thought was impossible. I did, for one. I never ever thought this game would be recognized as a competitive game by people outside the community. I always thought that Pokemon would be forever shunned as a kid's game because that's how it's marketed. Even though all of us that are in the community that play at some competitive level, we know it's far from that. That being said, however, for myself, I am still at heart a competitive person that wants to continuously get better. And I don't think I'm too far off in saying that beneath the anger, quote unquote, that is coming from the competitive players, particularly lately, there is a desire from them that they want the Wi-Fi community here on YouTube to become more competitive, whether that's through pure strategy videos on YouTube, or with battle exhibitions, or just matches in general with live commentary, maybe something similar to Major League Sports like football or basketball that we watch. Honestly, that's something I've secretly wanted to do to kind of take myself to the next level. I'm just trying to figure out how I would go about doing that, but that's another video for another day. It seems that there is a growing fear from the competitive player that with Pokemon getting more exposure here on YouTube, as well as there being more uncompetitive uploads being showcased on Pokemosh Pit or Pokemosh Pit Beta, that the game will never be respected outside the community for the competitive aspect, because the so-called casual players are quote-unquote ruining the only chance this game has to be respected from that standpoint with their subpar uploads. I guess I can't think of another way to put it, because I mean, maybe it's me, but I do see a lot more epic Sunkern sweeps these days. Now, some people might get mad, but this is just where I stand on things, and I understand where everybody's coming from as far as their thoughts on the community, but I understand that this is YouTube. Nearly everything on here is for entertainment purposes, but you have to understand that people that visit YouTube for many different reasons. Example, if you want to learn a specific recipe, there's a video for that, so you can up your cooking skills. If you want to modify the engine on your car, you can find a video on that. On a more related note, there's competitive matches for other video games from players who take those games more seriously than others. Quick examples, the Street Fighter community, that's a big one, or just the fighting game community in general. StarCraft, Call of Duty. There's not just, YouTube is not just for LOL Magikarp sweeps or LOL at Barack Obama impersonations or LOL look at that dog or penguin dance. That was not a Penguin X reference, by the way. I had to say that. Those videos are great. I'll laugh at those all day long, but that's not all of what YouTube is about. Again, the Pokemon community and YouTube in general is big enough for everybody. I know it seems like the only part of the community that's growing is one where the casual player can thrive, but it is my hope that the lines will become less blurry over the next coming months, and there will be clear-cut routes for you to take to succeed and get recognized, whether you want to play at a high skill level or on a more casual level. And this might actually be established already with Project Mosh Pit, or at the very least that's the hope for Project Mosh Pit. So if I'm wrong in saying what I'm saying, then guys, feel free to correct me on that front. But that being said, I'm kind of going to segue into something else that has popped up recently, which I guess could threaten YouTube itself. And it's kind of silly, but it's another bill that's already apparently in the House of Representatives under review, and that's Bill S.968. Basically, it's a worse version of Bill S.978, for those that remember that bill that a lot of people were talking about earlier this year. But this particular bill, it's been kept very hush-hush from the public eye, and I'm not going to say too much on it because I honestly don't know enough about it. But I'll leave some links below for you guys. But anyway, it's been kept pretty quiet from the public eye, and the people behind this bill are intending to get this rushed through the government so it can pass, because roughly 500,000 people oppose Bill S.978 pretty heavily. So as I said, it's, if I'm not mistaken, it's already in front of the House of Representatives, but someone did squeal and the public found out about it. Bill S.968 has elements of Bill S.978 in it, as well as a few new highlights. This is the government's attempt to attack websites that purely stream copyrighted content and do nothing else, or they offer downloadable said content for free. In my opinion, the government more than likely is lending an ear to the lobbyists that represent big corporations in the music, movies, and entertainment industry as well, in general. And I'd like to include gaming here as well, video games. But again, the wording of this bill is also too broad, so the government has kind of failed once again. It gives too much power to not just said corporations that own said content, but the DOJ can come after websites as well without the need to get the okay from said corporations. So it's bad on either front. The government can come after you, or the corporation can. Website owners, particularly any site that allows other users to post content, example YouTube, can be found liable if said users post something that is deemed copywritten material. And as I said, I'm not gonna get into too much more than that. I got some links to videos, articles, places where you can discuss the bill and where you can protest the bill. They will be provided below, and I'll also leave a link to one of my previous battles where I briefly discuss Bill S.978 among other things, if you want to learn some history on that bill, which I encourage you to do in your spare time. One more shout out that I did want to give, and that is to my brother, That Neophyte. Gotta give a shout out here. Anyone that's into first person shooters, such as Call of Duty, Battlefield, Crisis, etc., etc. Definitely check him out. I know there's a lot of places you guys can go on YouTube to get your FPS fix, but he's got some nice content, and some of the vids are pretty funny. Just watch his overall gameplay and you'll see what I mean. Definitely helping the fam out on this one, but just wanted to give a shout out to my little brother there. Anyway, that's pretty much it, guys. This has gone on very, very long. I didn't expect this to hit past the 20-minute mark, but it is possible that I might not be able to actually upload another vid till towards the end of the year, but I'm thinking absolute worst case scenario. I'm definitely going to do my absolute best to upload some vids before then, just some battles, because I know everyone's got to get that fix, the chun fix, I guess. I don't know what else to call it. They say my battles have excellent narration, so that's what I hear on the street. But anyway, before I start rambling on too long, guys, I will check you guys later. Hopefully I've got some time off for Thanksgiving and some time off next month, so I'm going to try to get some battles in then and try to get them narrated, because it would kind of suck if nothing got uploaded on this channel for a month. But yeah, until next time, guys, I'm out. Peace.